Hey, welcome to Mango Bay. I'm Anand, the special guest today. And today we're talking about call scammers and all different types of scams and racist Australian ladies. So tune in.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, your Mango Bay.
For the exclusive content, don't forget to join our Patreon at patreon.com/mangobay.
Bay.
Welcome to Mango Bay.
Hello, one-stop shop for South Asian recklessness. We are two best boys, Usama, Siddiquee, and Pranav Behari. We bring in the tamasha, the hangama, the weird Indian, South Asian
Words.
flair.
All the weird words.
Hello. Patreon.
Speak in English.
We are on patreon.com/Mango Bay.
Oh, yeah.
It
you
is
need to get
right.
in there.
Fucking hit that. Oh, yeah. Harder.
You gotta get in
Yeah.
there. Patreon.com. All right, I'm not going to
Don't do it. That's 2 weeks in a row, buddy. I was
gonna do
scared.
it.
I was scared even being late today because I was like, he's going to fucking comment on it. You stayed nice. You stayed good. Come on down. We got bonus episodes. We got
Archived episodes.
Archived episodes.
First
we got
two hundo.
early access. We got our balls on there.
We got our
legitimate
balls on there.
and emotional.
It's true. Pixelated. though.
Pixelated.
Yeah.
And some that are just not, if you know what I mean. Come on in. Get the tears. Get the Patreon. Today we have...
We got our buddy on back in the
always-
studio
always
with
a
us.
pleasure. I light up when I see him. Even though he came in hot and attacked me immediately, calling me a pre-embryonic fool.
That's
Who
true.
doesn't know any comedy.
Sorry, I usually
fucking zygote.
I usually don't do that. I don't play the
I love
I don't
it.
play the age card
Dude,
at all.
I'm-
I was just you were all yeah. Of course I know the Dana Carvey impression of George Bush, and I was like, no, that I was 9.
You're making it seem like it was some sort of super indie thing. This is a
No, but I
big
was-
budget impression by a big budget guy.
But I have like a memory of like a kid doing the impression
Sure.
of it
Yeah.
at summer camp and being like, gotta be friends
For
with
sure.
that kid.
Now, I wasn't
You
at
know?
your summer camp. If that's what you were mad at, that I wasn't there at your
Yeah,
exact summer
yeah.
camp.
You what up, baby?
And I know Dana. I love Dana.
Yeah.
Close personal friend.
Dude, I love it. Usama always does it. Every comedian, we're talking about Dave Chappelle. I was like, think about Dave. I'm like, what the fuck are you?
I am the
Talking
Stephen A.
about-
Smith of comedy. Everyone's a personal friend. I love everybody. Now, if you were like, ooh, Jonathan Winter's impression of a goat, I was like, I have no idea.
You questioned Dana Carvey being the benchmark of the high water mark
Oh,
for,
sure,
for
sure.
impressions.
I'm just saying he's never listened to anything else impression-wise since Dana Carvey. There's been Melissa Villasenor, there's been Jay Farrow, there's been other.
Jay Farrow's really good.
You know what I'm saying? So I was lightly ribbing, just a little blow
Yeah,
dart
yeah.
with nothing in it, just a little spitball.
I know, what happened to Jay Farrow?
I don't know.
Last time I saw Jay Farrow was like my first week of comedy.
Yeah.
I stayed after my first open mic.
Yeah.
He was headlining the comic strip, and he just fucking obliterated.
It destroys, dude. He
Destroyed.
destroys.
He's
With
so
like-
fucking
He does like
funny.
a Will Smith accent for 30 minutes. It explodes.
Dude, do you remember
It
that one thing he did on
explodes.
SNL where he did like 10 different black
He's
comedians
amazing.
within a minute and a half?
He's incredible.
And they're you close your eyes.
Oh,
you're
dude,
you're
he's
just
so
hearing
good.
That, yeah.
Cat Williams, he destroys. Chris Rock, he destroys.
Where is he?
I don't know. Maybe I mean,
He's not on SNL anymore.
No, but he's out
for a
here
while.
touring.
Yeah.
I mean, he's old. He's
Guys, let's get tickets and
putting
go.
the Pharaoh
Yeah.
in Pharaoh
CJ
right now.
Pharaoh.
He's old. He's old now.
In the sarcophagus.
In the sarcophagus, this Pharaoh.
We got our boy Anand Wilder here, solo artist Anand Wilder.
Don't you freaking forget
Don't
it.
you frickin' forget
Not a
it.
part of a band. Just
Well,
a
I
solo.
was in a band. It's okay. I'm proud of my work with Yay Sayer.
Boom. There it is.
Keep streaming those Yay Sayer songs.
And I'm a
I'll-
gay sayer for
I'll
Yay
keep
Sayer.
making those pennies.
That's what it is, right? It's like pennies, right?
Yeah, it's a quarterly check. You
Yeah.
know.
I was a Yay Sayer fan for a long time. I was a gay blayer. I was in there.
Was that what our fans were called?
Gay blowers. That's what I named our MySpace group. You got a story for us? A jungly story? A little weird thing to party with?
I saw is the show out yet or no?
What?
What?
Live
Your show, Problematic.
No,
can
not
we
yet.
talk about
Can we
it?
even
yet.
talk about
You can
it?
talk about it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So I saw you
Yes.
starring.
I was in some episodes. Yes,
in
two
this new TV show.
Yeah.
And one of the bits really resonated with me
What?
where the girlfriend's parents ask you to spell your
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
And I'm watching and I'm like, this is crazy. This is what I've stopped doing now.
Yes.
As a 41-year-old, I've stopped telling people how to spell my name.
Yeah.
And it happens so
And
often.
yours is not even like danga 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 ding. Like
Yours
it's
is Anand.
He's
Anand,
Anand.
Which makes,
You know?
could you spell it for me?
Yeah.
And I go, sorry.
That's crazy.
I don't do that anymore.
You
Wow.
say I don't do that.
Well, no,
anymore.
but people get so defensive because everyone thinks that they are totally pure and
Right.
above any kind of
Racism or
offense.
whatever,
They're not
yeah.
trying to be offensive. I'm
Sure.
like, no, I'm not. I'm not trying. I know, and now I go. I know it's a little confrontational, but I just don't do it anymore. It's pronouncing a name. It doesn't matter. The spelling is completely irrelevant. If it's Jeff with a G or Jeff with a J, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing my part to get people to know this name, Anand, which is basically like the Jeff of India, right?
Right.
Kind of, yeah.
100%.
And the reason I started doing it is because I went down to visit my wife's grandmother down in Fort Lauderdale,
Yeah. Spell it.
and she was pronouncing it perfectly, Anand, you know.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "How do you spell it?" And I was like, "Okay, it's A." Hold on.
She's writing it down.
N, and she's like 2 N's. I'm like, no, just one, and A, and then she go, oh, Anand.
She ruined her own spelling. She spells her way into a different pronunciation.
Into a different pronunciation. And
Hilarious.
that's always what happens.
Hilarious.
It's true.
That's
so-
hilarious.
But so now I'll say it to people, and they've got, white people have crazy names too, you know.
They
They're
do.
like,
Listen, Jeff.
Ever heard an Irish person's name?
Yeah,
They're like, I'm
Gwendolyn,
Shillelagh.
Belele, 9 apostrophes.
and it doesn't matter how you spell it. Just say it again. Okay. So I was just up in New Hampshire hanging out with a bunch of like banker types. I was like a visiting sultan.
Yeah.
And I hit one of these guys with it. And
There
then,
we go.
And then every time I'd see him, he got it. How's it? Good morning, Anand.
Yeah.
Hello, Anand. It means bliss in Sanskrit, right?
White people, you're right. And that guy's name is Jeff, but it's spelled Geoff.
Yeah.
That's Geoff.
It only matters when you're like, hey, Jeff, I'm filling out your information for
Yeah.
the sports team. How do you spell it?
Yeah.
Bro, I told you it was GEO.
Just spell it monkeys. Monkey.
Sean,
That's
right?
what you think, buddy, right?
Sean S.
S-E-A-N, yeah.
Is that 2 X's, buddy? Huh? It's a weird thing, bro. I mean,
Killian Murphy.
none of us have hard names either.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't know how many S's in Russell. I'll say that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I don't know how many S's in Russell. I'll fucking say that again.
I do have 6 minutes on this that I'm going to drop soon on
Oh,
YouTube.
shit.
So
Don't joke about it.
No,
Don't
won't.
be having a good time.
don't, and nobody talk about this, all right? You're gonna
Well,
step
you
on
have that
my
one
bit.
joke is like Todd, the Todd joke, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's part of the 6
know?
minutes. The 6
Oh.
minute bit. Have you heard that on him? You probably heard that joke at some point.
I don't think so.
Well, you'll hear it later. It's fine.
I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it.
I'm like,
You guys think I
wait
could
for it.
You think I could put together 5 minutes or?
100%.
Yeah, you
You're
can.
hilarious.
Easily.
Yeah, man, all this name talking. My name's Osama, and I'm not
Careful,
coming
we're
at
gonna
you.
launch another brown
Yeah.
comedian.
I know you don't need any more competition, but this music thing's kind of tough for the brown guy.
I never, I'm having more empathy because before people have like the name issues, and I'm like, oh, is it rough with your name, buddy? Huh? People spelling it wrong. Meanwhile, I was in Texas with the name Osama, right? So I'm like, okay, but I think now everyone's forgot about Osama. It's not really a thing anymore.
Right, he's been dead.
So now he been gone.
Thought you were dead.
Thought
What?
you were dead, buddy. I'd be like, spell Osama. They're like TER,
Yeah.
ROR. So I'm like, now I can open my heart to these sort of these minor issues. I get it, man. I feel for you. So now, like, how many fucking encounters have you had with these people?
I've
Every
probably
day
done it.
now.
I've tried. Probably done it about 20 times. It's
How do
pretty
you
much
get into
it's
way
pretty
more than us?
It's pretty consistent because I meet a lot of people.
That's what it is, man.
I get out there.
You're in
There's
more
a lot
racist circles, maybe.
the parenting thing.
Oh.
You're doing play dates.
Because, bro, I'm not having any more issues with my brownness.
No, at this point,
Joe, every once in a while, will be like, why do y'all sit on trains so much when you could be inside the train?
And he's also
Yeah.
like had to come to terms with.
Our
I
brownness.
just have decided, I'm a white guy. We've had our time, and now I need to be more sensitive, right? That's what all my.
Joe, are you resigned to white people now being relegated to the back of the bus? What? Are you?
Nobody told me, buddy.
No, he has to dig into childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And then he's got to be like.
That is the
He's like,
thing.
actually, guys, I
But
just
the thing is, Joe,
discovered.
Joe has always been
I
a
was-
real one about all of this shit, though.
Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? He doesn't give a fuck.
He's an ally.
Joe gives a fuck about two things, cheese and his wife.
I mean,
know.
Joe's food content is incredible.
It's great.
It is.
It's the best.
I
Cheese
don't
show.
know.
Follow it.
I don't know how he does that.
Follow it.
Are those bits that you have? Those are already planned. You've got every single food. Yeah. You've got. Yeah.
He does.
Oh, you've seen the bit live?
Yeah, I saw it live. It fucking blew my mind.
Oh, hell yeah.
He saw
love
it at
that shit.
the Lantern.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what Joe's signature bit.
I love that.
I mean, he keeps going.
Yeah.
He's got like 30 minutes. You've probably got like 30 minutes of food jokes at least, right?
I want to stump him with like
Ooh.
curry laksa.
I want to do the same bit at a homeless shelter where they don't have good food.
Yeah.
And just make people sad.
He's just.
And your favorite food? Yeah, not this.
It's
Not
fa-
soup.
I think there's plenty of food around.
Okay. This is the guy who doesn't get it at all.
Yeah.
Doesn't get
Yeah.
the economy at all. There's food going on.
There's
That's
food.
food. You're
There's a
fine.
lot of food.
Stop yelling. Stop yelling, guys.
Why am I so full then, huh? Let's get into some stories.
Yeah, let's do it.
First up,
News.
we're
This
talking.
is
Yeah,
the
we're
news.
gonna we're doing we're gonna talk some stories. This is my
Speaking of-
favorite story.
Speaking of some racism, are we going Australian first?
Let's do a call center.
Okay.
There was a the FBI finally nabbed arguably the Billy the
This
Kid of Indian scammers.
Yeah.
I got scammed. I think I got scammed by this.
Did you?
Yes.
I mean-
QuickBooks.
Yeah.
I definitely was like, "Are you sure? $300, but you're going to cover me for the next 2 years?" Okay.
Quick is good. I like quick.
But he did kind of fix. Well, go ahead.
So this is a guy, and he's just, it was tech fraud. This guy would call people or whatever when they would have like a minor issue with something like QuickBooks or whatever. And then he would like overcharge them for something that was already built into the service. And then he made like close to $20 million doing this.
That's so fucking
Baller.
baller.
It is baller. Dude.
It's
Baller.
Indian. It's the most Indian, homegrown
Yeah,
Indian crime.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, IT based.
Yes.
And I was talking
My
to
fave.
my cousin about it. He was like, "It's kind of like the Nigerian thing, except that's like about being sexy, and this is about
Yeah.
being IT."
Yeah. It's true. The Nigerian ones are like, I'm a prince who's
Yeah,
lost his
Nigerians,
fortune.
yes.
And I
Just-
gotta,
and
it's just
also-
me with an empty wallet and a big old dick.
And somehow,
madam.
I also love you.
Yeah.
You 74-year-old Nebraskan
But you've got
woman.
$40 million coming your way. If
It's
you
a
just
big,
give me
it's
your
a
social
big
s-
investment, right?
It's a
Isn't it?
big-
It's like I just need 20,000 up front.
Yeah. It's like exactly. It's
The
like
IT
10
thing, I
Gs.
mean, I was like, all right, $300, I guess. And,
Yeah.
but they did fix my
They
Quicken.
did fix it,
They
right?
linked up the bank accounts.
Yeah.
He told me that I need to be, checking my balance every
Right,
month.
right.
He shamed me and my disorganization.
He has to
with
sell
my-
the Indianness of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
By
I'll shame
shaming
him.
you. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Brother, Anand, you need to be looking at it.
And Anand, how do you spell that? Anand?
Balancing
He's like,
your
how do you
accounts
spell it?
every
How do you
month.
spell that, Anand?
Well, did your guy have an
No,
Indian
but-
accent? He did, right?
Yeah, that's what made me believe it.
That's what made you believe it, right? See, my favorites of the Indian scammers are the ones who try to and here's my theory about like the call center scammers is that these are people who couldn't get into a real Indian call center or maybe got fired from one, and so now they're like the pirates of the
Yes.
call center game. So they're using their call center skills for evil.
For evil.
Right?
I mean, these 20 million is not Nigerian level either. Like, it's higher than Nigerian level.
Yeah, the Nigerian people, I don't think they're making.
They're not making
they weren't-
millions,
Yeah, they weren't
you
raking
know.
in millions or anything.
You
No,
know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
I'm looking at this being like, oh, fuck, did I get scammed? The Nigerian thing, you're like, come on.
Yeah, I know.
But everybody in America is doing their taxes,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And the systems don't really work that good. And
Yeah.
none of us know how to do software ourselves.
And here's the thing.
This was exactly the meeting they had before they decided to scam people.
Yeah,
They're like,
right,
taxes are weird. Everyone's doing them.
And racism works in their favor here.
Yeah.
Because when you hear an Indian voice going, I'll do math for you.
Yeah.
They're like, hell fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Stay, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And so this guy, see a need, fill a need, you
Yeah.
know, on every level. How do you even get that millions, though? He just, like, charged them for, like, data processing, and he just, like, charged it and put it on the
Well, I
on
think
the
once you
ledger.
get that number of volume,
I mean, I paid him directly.
You talked to this guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
I mean, mine may have not been a
Yeah.
scam but he did fix my shit.
okay.
He fixed it.
Yeah.
So I think the scam is that he's he could just be fixing everybody's thing independently.
He is
like a
I
pirate.
Think, well,
Or
I
he's
think he
just
was
that good.
running the. I think he was running the scam.
Right.
Was
Yeah.
what it was. I don't think he was like the lone. Exactly.
Okay, right. He had a team of Indian boys.
Yeah. He had a team.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I got scammed by Indians before. Something about one time my dad, what is this going? Why is it always prickling us? This fucking Me Too ass plan. Dude, one day my dad bursts into my room and he's like, someone's calling you. This Indian guy is calling you about some medical procedure you did 2 years ago. And I got on the phone.
like,
and
"Are
he's
you trans?
Are you trans?
Are you trans? Are you trans?"
Show me your dick.
Let me see your dick.
Take your pants off.
Let me smell it now.
I need to test it. So he sucked my dick. I'm like, Dad, you saw it. Why you gotta suck it? You already confirmed. No. I have to see if it's
make sure it's your cum.
I have to make sure it's not. I can't believe it's not dick. You know? Maybe you have. I can't believe it's not dick. So basically, this Indian guy basically had some trumped up like hospital charges that I did. I went to the hospital once, so he found that thing, and he said, "You didn't pay for this specific
hospital
procedure that I went to. Like it was for
Hospital
like
in Texas.
in Texas."
Wow.
So he did some fucking research.
He's
came
combing-
back-
he's combing
the fucker. He
Nice.
comes back in. He's like, "Did your son do this?" And my dad's like, "Absolutely." He had a sex change 2 years ago. And so
I always knew he was a little bitch.
it says here bitch surgery in 2015. So he comes in and he's like, "What? You didn't pay?" He's getting pissed at me, and I'm like, I don't know. It was a fucking I don't know. And so my dad's like, immediately give him your info. So we gave him our info without even thinking.
Oh.
And then afterwards, my brother came home. He's like, "What? Wait, what?" Searched it up. We Googled the thing.
Googled the scam.
And it's like, you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
It's such a scam. You fucking losers. We lost like $600, which is nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And
But
the
that
bank-
adds up.
It adds up, dude.
Yeah.
Does the bank? Did the bank give it back? Or?
No.
Oh.
They laughed.
No, they laughed.
They left. Yeah, but back then,
They probably still collected a processing fee from the actual.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They added a double fee. They're like, "You fucking losers."
I had my credit card stolen, and they added it all back.
That's nice.
yeah. Because credit cards are very easy.
Credit cards are better.
Debit cards is it's a little harder.
Right. It's
About weeks ago, I woke up with 19 charges from Walmart.com.
Oh yeah,
All
that's how you know.
$106.
That's how you know. This
Yeah.
happened to me like 10 years ago, but all of mine, swear to God, they were from like computer stores.
Yeah.
And then the rest were ChristianMingle.com. Shit you not. It was all Christian Mingle. But my favorite of the scammers are the traditional call center, like the U.S. Marshal scam. Do you guys ever get that?
What is
No,
this?
what's that one?
Oh, that one's great. That was hot for a few years. Like in recent years, they'd call you up and they'd be like, "Hi." And the accents are all, they can't do a full American accent.
Right.
So again, they're like call center pirates. So the guy's like, "Oh, can I please speak to Pranav Behari?" It's like a weird accent. You're like, "What?"
It's
Like,
every-
Can I talk to Pranav Behari? Pranav Behari. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "This is Special Agent Dax Mullen." Just the whitest name. The whitest, most alpha white name. He's not just choosing like Jeff Smith, something, inconspicuous, right? He's like, "This is Dax Mullen, specially from the IRS Dax Services."
These guys are playing Half-Life 2 and just getting
Yeah.
names from Half-Life 2.
So I'm on the phone with Dax Mullen, and I knew immediately that this guy's a scammer, right? He's like, "This is Dax Mullen. We found your information is being used for a drug house in San Antonio. So can we just have some information from you?" So I start playing along with them, and I'm like, "Oh my God, Dax, Agent Dax." She's like, "Don't worry, sir. We're going to handle it for you." And he's like, he's leading me along. I give him like a fake social security number, and he's just loving
6'9",
it,
6'9".
And he's like, "Do you have a house in San Antonio?" And I'm like, I do actually. I have a house in San Antonio. He's like, "Is it at this address?" And normally people are like, "No, of course not." And I'm like, "That is my address."
Yeah.
And this guy starts catching on that I'm playing with him.
Yeah.
And here's what he goes. Yes, this guy's amazing. He goes, "Sir, the next thing I'm going to need for you to do is I need you to get a banana. And I need you to peel the banana and stick it in your ass."
Wow!
And then he just stays on the line. And we just start trading burns.
Wow.
And this guy just like lost his temper with the scam because I had scammed him and he didn't like it.
I got scammed the other.
Wait, hold on. We can jump in a second.
Can you just peel a banana
Wait.
and put it in your ass? I was like, why did he want me to peel it first? Like, it's not going to go in if I peel it first.
It's the beginning of the roast.
Yeah.
You're starting
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
roast.
It's like, it's just going to smush against
Later on in the roast, he's like, put that brown part
Yeah.
inside your butt.
It's a peeled banana is just going to smush against my well-fortified butthole, you know?
I got a scam. What's this scam?
Okay.
Are you busy? Just a text from a random number. I said, "Who's this?"
Oh, this is my favorite.
"I'm Gina. Remember me?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I said, "Gina who?" And then photo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And remember?
Cute.
I said, "From where?" "Oh, wait, is this Kelly number?"
Uh-huh.
"I'm sorry, not Kelly." "Oh, I'm really sorry. Maybe I entered the wrong number. I hope you don't mind." Prayer sign.
Yeah.
I said, "Not at all. Good luck." "Thanks for understanding. You seem kind. I'm Gina. May I know your name?" I said, I'm Terry Tonington Jr. Nice to meet you. You have a beautiful name, by the way. I said, thanks. She said, thanks for understanding. You seem so kind. May I know where are you from? I said, La Suite, Alatucky. She said, I'm from Singapore, but currently live and work in Vancouver. And you, I said, still in La Suite.
Yeah.
Very nice. I said, she said, what are you doing? I said, still doing data entry at the widget factory. She said, very nice. I said, it's a living, but can be tiresome and mundane. And she said, I'm 33 years old this year. How about you? I said, same.
This is great.
Really? Sure. It's very nice. Sure is.
Was that it?
And that's it.
See, I had one of those scams.
And then she was like,
What's the scam?
They get it. It's a really long con that they do, and this is like the Chinese one, right? And they always pretend like they got the wrong number and they text the wrong person. They're like, "Oh, Kelly, are we going to the picnic tomorrow?" That's always it, and then it's like an automated thing. But I went really deep with them because she sent a picture and she was like hot Chinese, and I was like, "That's my thing, obviously."
But it's a dude sending
It's
that.
obviously,
It's 100% a man.
But you
But-
could look up that photo online and find it.
But
It's
a man.
But you know what I did?
Yeah.
I ended up getting into such a long WhatsApp convo
Yeah.
with this woman that she's like, I'm a real person, I swear. And I'm like, prove it. She's like, no, I am. And I just immediately FaceTimed her, and she picked up, and it was a woman.
and she was hot.
Oh, wow.
She was not hot.
Fuck.
No, she was mid as fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And then she's like, take a persimmon. Peel
Actually,
it.
Yeah, but you still had
Peel a
you still
persimmon.
did phone
I still,
sex, right?
I still had photos. Anand, call her. Call this chick right now. Seriously, call her. Please call her right now. See if she picks
your
up.
phone could start sparking, but let's do it.
Let's do it. Just call her.
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Why?
And do what? And hurt her feelings?
What if it's like in that movie where it's like, and then if they call you, then you have all the banking information.
I don't think that's, bro.
That could be actually.
This is the half white part where
Yeah.
he doesn't understand technology well enough.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hang up, they're gonna trace you.
You want to call real quick? Do a little quick.
Give her a ring. Give her a ring.
Will you talk though? I'm
I'll-
too
yeah.
shy.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
I'm too shy.
Her name's Kelly, right?
And we're Terry Tonington?
No, her name is Gina.
Gina, yeah.
And I'm Terry Tonington Jr.
Terry.
Okay, Junior. Don't forget.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, do it.
FaceTime or just regs?
Regs.
Put on speaker.
Yeah.
Okay,
Put
here
on
we go.
speaker.
On
Put it up to the
speaker.
mic.
There we go.
See if she picks up.
Hello.
You go. Oh, can she hear? Well, she won't be able to hear you.
It's all you, man. You got this.
You go.
You do it. She's not gonna pick up.
It's like, hello. Some old ass guy.
He's not picking up. I'm getting scared.
Hello.
It's ringing. Please. It's not happening.
Wait. 19
Give
times
it
charm.
two more rings.
Please leave your message for
Oh, okay, I'd be like-
Leave a message for Gina. Leave a message for Gina.
I miss you.
622-831-907.
Hey, Gina. It's me, Terry. What happened the other night? We were having such a good chat, and then you just disappeared on me. Call me back, Gina.
I miss you.
Okay, wow, prank. My parents are going to see that and be like, why did you do that? What? Why?
Your phone's not spinning.
Yeah,
Like a Ouija
I thought
board.
we taught you the
Smoking.
difference between right and wrong, Anand. Oh, God.
Dude, I
Like,
mean,
listen, my wife's in Greece right now.
I
right?
know.
I'm
That's why I
lonely.
continued. I was like, well, I'm bored.
what are you wearing, Tonington Jr.? Dude, they're scammers first, man. Fuck them. They're trying to get your
Yeah,
shit.
you're
Why-
just
why
scamming
is that?
them.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I'm just trying to chat.
You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. You know what's getting in too is not just Indians. Pakistanis are getting in now too.
Are they really?
Yeah. There's like some Pakistani scams happening
Family
with
affairs,
Pakistani
too.
families where they're kind of going in as like military people. Like, hey,
Oh,
we have,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like they know people that are in the government. So like, hey, we come to this.
It's a little more violent.
A little more
Yeah.
violent.
Yeah, it's a little
You know,
more.
I have Pervez Musharraf on the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
He died years ago, but he's here right now.
Finger is on the nuclear.
Listen, if you
unless-
don't give me $50, I'm gonna nuke. I'm gonna send a nuke.
I'm gonna nuke Bharat.
Bharat.
That's some white guy who just
Bharat.
Bharat.
Barack Obama.
I was trying to do a segue.
I know. It was good.
Dude, I mean, I get these all the time. I get
You do, yeah.
I get the I don't know how they got my phone, but it'll be like rinky dink at AOL.com or something.
Yeah.
And be like, the reply Y to keep getting messages, reply N to stop. I get a lot of those.
Yeah.
I get if you get a lot of followers on Instagram, the scams go crazy. Like the message requests go wild.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's kind of the paradox of Instagram. You need to get many followers,
And dude,
but once you get many followers, it's all scams.
It's a lot of
yeah, yeah,
scams,
tons.
and they
Yeah.
are escaping the algorithm. These scams. So you'll click on their profile. It's like 9 assholes in a grid.
Right.
Like legitimate, actual, like pulsating assholes.
Oh,
right?
well,
And you're like, how is this not getting flagged?
do you remember for a while with comedians, there was a running scam where somebody would be like, hey, can you
Yeah.
make a video for my wife for her birthday? She's a big
Yes.
fan of your stuff. And I just need you to send me your routing number. And the scam is going on. And this is another one where I scammed
Yeah.
the guy back. And I was like, hey, yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's do it, man. You know? And I went through the whole rigmarole with him. He's like, can you send me a routing number? I sent him like a fake routing number or whatever. He's like, hey, I didn't get it yet. Can you just like send a picture of a check? And then when he asked for the picture, I legitimately did send him a picture of my butthole. Yeah, I sent him a picture of my butthole. And this guy was like, he just broke straight into Indianness. And he was like, bloody deranged bastard. What is this? And that's how it ended.
Then you send another one with a banana in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Shit.
phase 2, honey.
I think I
And
actually
he's like,
saved
"It's
it.
you again."
I saved this on Instagram like archives.
Joe, let's pull it up.
I think.
Joe, get the butthole cam going. We got this specific butthole cam that we got.
This is the scammer.
Oh, you remember it?
Yeah,
Oh, you highlighted it, yeah.
I kept it on stories. Bananas comedy.
And these are harmless, by the way.
There,
You know,
I mean,
there
no,
are
this
ones
guy,
that are like
this guy was
pedophiles.
taking money from comedians that we know pretty well. Yeah. Maybe I
You
don't
might
know
lose
who's-
money.
You
on
might,
this.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
there's
No,
one-
I mean, I just got an email recently that was like asking for my passport information,
Yeah.
like a photocopy, but it was from my publishing company because they're like, we've got money for you, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know.
Oh,
and
shit.
And I sent it. I was like, yeah, here's my passport. What can you do with my passport?
Dude, I don't think scammers realize how much easier I am to scam.
Yeah.
They could be like, this is your mother. Send me $20. Like, Mom, I'm sorry. Okay, of course. I'm an idiot.
Oh yeah, here it is. All right, hey, this guy hays me, and this is John in the chat. I'm like, hey, sorry, bro, I'm so sorry. Video's gonna be amazing. Sorry, I'm in transit right now. He's like, hey, no problem. All right, sure. Can you just let me know when you sent the payment so I can confirm it? I said, yep. I'll send you a screenshot as well. He hearts it, and he says, I'll appreciate if you could do it now, but just let me know. Thanks. I said, okay. I said, give me 30 minutes. He says, all right, perfect.
Oh, God.
Then I send him a picture of my butthole. No. And I go, there you go, man. And he goes, his response is, I'm confused. And then my response is, because you're hard. And he goes, weird. He responds, weird. I'm like, everyone has
But, like,
one.
winky
I said,
emoji.
definitely send that to your wife. And then his response was, gay ass bastard. I said, you can jerk off to that, bro. I totally consent.
Resend.
Yeah, and this is a guy whose profile was just Gilmore, Charlie Gilmore. Was
But he's
his
Indian
name.
guy.
I'm assuming he was Indian.
Gay ass bastard is
Then here
Indian
I have
attacks.
a check as well that here was the check that he had used that he supposedly sent me. And I did the scam all the way down the line where like I did get into giving some information just so I could string him along.
Yeah.
That's how you win them. Yeah, give them
I
a
feel
little
like
bit.
maybe I should go into scamming because I'm so good at out scamming the scammers.
Yeah, you get them all angry. That's
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
get 'em
They're
real
all
angry.
pissed off.
Yeah.
And they call their other like other Indian like henchmen.
Yeah.
Dude, you're about to get down. They're about to get you though. So like all those like spurn scammers find each other.
That's true.
And then they can hit you like, hey, we're HBO.
I know.
And we love your stuff. And you want to do a special? Come to this warehouse to film your special. You're like, wee.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
They're all
great-
going to be
I'm
there.
great at comedy.
Their assholes are all going to be out. They're like
19 bananas on the floor. Time to collect. Hey, we're playing Donkey Kong Country tonight. Collect those goddamn bananas in your asshole. Dude, that's...
They're getting really lazy.
You've
though.
attacked a lot of them, man.
Well, they're getting really lazy because every week I get like a scam call, and now because I have an Indian name, they'll be Indian and they'll come on like, hello sir, kya haal hai sir, kya haal hai? They'll start talking to me in Hindi, and I immediately hang up. And now they get super lazy, where I'll pick up the phone. And then I'll just hear the rest of the call center and all the other people
Oh,
scamming.
the India
this
happening.
guy's just so lazy. He's just like, let me just. And then he gets into a convo with somebody else, and then I'm like, overhearing it. Yeah.
You're hearing rickshaws in the background?
My favorite of all time though is Dax Mullen though.
Dax.
That was his actual name?
That wasn't his, but he was like, I'm Special Agent Dax
Dax
Mullen
Mullen.
from the Social Security Service. From that was the agency he made up, the Social Security Service.
You went to like
Dax Mullen.
whitenamegenerator.com.
He went to like that was like hard white. I was
That's-
like, this guy's
that's-
got a 9-foot dick.
That's the main character in a CBS cop show.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Dax Mullen.
Dax Mullen takes no shit. Yeah, I've been Nigerian scammed almost. I used to flip lenses, and on Craigslist, I would just take a lens. My dad had all these lenses, and I would flip them, and basically get like $500 on each lens. And
Camera
then-
lens.
Camera lenses. And one guy found me on Craigslist. He's like, "Hi, I'm Oluweu," or whatever the fuck.
Oluwe.
And this is before I knew what Nigerians were. So I'm like, oh, what a fun guy, you know? He's like, "I'm Prince, and I will pay you $3,000 for a Canon." I was like, oh, these fucking poor Nigerian fucks. They can't afford camera. I'll oblige. So I basically put it in a box. I would go into the post office to send this. I basically was going to send him that. He's going to send me money. And then they were like, the main girl there was like, "What do you send this to?" I'm like, "Nigeria." And they're like, "No, it's not going to go there."
Red flags.
They call me retarded at the post office. They were like, "You're fully retarded."
Because it was the postal service that had to intervene for you.
And then they opened it up. They're like, "Take your lens. Get out of our place. Get out."
God.
I walked away like, what was that all about? I was so dumb. It was labeled like to Prince Olubreno. I wrote it out. Wrote the right apostrophes. Had the right dashes in there. He's Yoruba. He's actually Yoruba, which
He's
is
a Yoruba prince. Actually, yeah.
not Igbo, which
Yeah.
is the larger tribe. So he's special. I was so dumb. I was dumb as fuck with that shit, dude. And I was really online. And I gave money to the Indian guy. Almost fucking sent like the camera lenses, all my money to this guy. I'm a you know, Pranav got me once probably.
Yeah.
Probably,
You know
I
what I'm
did.
saying?
Well, I'm really
You're a
worried
good
for my
mark.
parents, my mom, because my mom loves being on social media,
Yeah.
but she doesn't know how to use it right. And just this past weekend, I was hanging out with her. And my mom doesn't know how to use Instagram,
Yeah.
so all she does is she'll take snapshots of my stories
Yeah.
and then post them to her feed.
I see this. Yeah.
Yeah. So at one point, she was like, "Oh, guess what? I was so happy. Dharmendra liked one of your pictures of you that I posted." I'm like, "No, he didn't, Mom. No, he definitely. Dharmendra, very famous Indian actor.
The most famous.
And I go and I check, and it is a verified account, but it's like fans of Dharmendra. And then this guy's DMing my mom, "Ma'am, like or comment karo mere picture mein. Please like and comment
Yeah.
on my
Yeah,
picture."
yeah.
It was like a pretty easy scam. It wasn't like, fully scammy. It was just a normal Instagram scam.
What are those scams?
That's not really,
It was just
What are
like,
they trying to-
please comment on my
What are they
thing.
it's
wanting?
just-
I don't even know what they're
He just
wanting.
wants clout.
Yeah.
It was Dharmendra fan page.
Yeah, it's weird in some of those scam accounts. Like I guess if they have your info in some way, they can siphon it a little easier now. Who knows? Yeah. Like maybe that's why we shouldn't have had him call. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're like, hey, just do it on him, and really we fucked your whole.
No, do it.
You know?
His wife's gone for a few more days. Let him have some
Gina,
adventure.
There's like no money left in her account. It's overdraft fees in Greece.
Get home.
Honey, why am I detained?
They're saying something about Gina?
They're bringing in bananas into the fucking torture into the room. I'm potassium intolerant. You know this. Take a banana. I mean, what, any other scams that you have? Have you've been?
I got like a classic, like an in-person scam at a restaurant. That was amazing.
What is this?
Where it's kind of like a homeless type guy coming in.
Guys, we're going to finish this story, and then we're also getting on to another story about Australian racists against Indians coming into the Patreon. We'll see you guys over there.
Yeah.
Your mango big.